Well, this is a very exciting time for us. We are getting ready to start the crossing. And I'm a little more excited about it this time because, you know, I know what it is. But the weather conditions and the wave and the wind, all those conditions look great for us. So we're getting ready to take off, leave the moorings at Carrabelle, and get ready to get out of here. All right, we're leaving Carrabelle. Actually, we just pulled out of our slip. That was a very nice place to stay. They were so kind to us here at the moorings because we only had one engine whenever we got in here. So they let us come in here and dock over on that side. Over on the left, you see a two-story building. That's where we had captain's meetings up there and talked about the crossing and when we're gonna go and who we're gonna go with, and made a lot of kind of decisions up there in that building right there. So we got fueled up, pumped out. We could not be more ready to face the crossing. I think there's going to be about 12 boats that are leaving tonight, and so we will have a network of looper boats that we can help anybody that needs help. We can hopefully get some help if we're the ones in need, because you never know on any given day what's going to happen whenever you're boating like this. But it's a fun life. You should try it. I'm going to take this as a really good sign how still the water is over here in Carabelle. It's about I'd say a 180 out from how it was when we came in, because there was a very swift current when we were coming in and going down there to the moorings. That is Sea Quarters Marina right there, and a lot of loopers stay there as well. We have eaten at a couple great restaurants here. One was the Fisherman's Wife. Really good food if you like grilled shrimp. I highly recommend it. So another great restaurant here is Fathoms if you love crab legs. I highly recommend those. And we had a really fun time there. So if you do get stuck in Carabelle before your crossing, then there's a lot of good places for you to eat. There is a diner that I'm sorry we missed. Heard it had a great breakfast. Very convenient to a grocery store. You just have to walk there. And Carabelle is one of the highlights on the loop. Take a look at this water. Can you believe that? last time, I mean, we had some waves going on right after we started. Not a big deal, but still, this is like glass. So already this crossing has been much better than the last time. And we are not alone. There's a couple of boats behind us, and we know there's a few boats ahead of us. So we'll all turn our lights on and make sure we can see each other. Beautiful sunset. Now we reach to this green can. Is that 9? And we're starting to get 1 foot, not even a foot, 5-inch swells here. No big deal. Still so much better than the last time that we were out here. So far, I'm liking this crossing very much.
Well, we're 3 hours into the crossing and all is well. We have the moon has come up here and we're starting to get some light on the water. it is just really smooth. And the route that we had planned, I was a little, I guess, nervous about being that close to shore, and I really couldn't get a warm fuzzy from anybody as to how far the crab pots would go out. So I have two boats following me, Knotty dogs, and Happy Daze, D-A-Z-E. They are following me, and they're pretty close to me. They both have AIS on, and so I came up with a plan to go direct. We're going to turn probably here in about 3 miles. I floated a plan against them as to go to a point 4 or 5 miles west of the Clearwater Inlet and take up that heading. That will put us well out of any crab pots and make me a little bit more comfortable, and I'm sure Rev and the other boats as well. So we'll make that turn, and I expect that we're not going to have much of a difference of a ride. We'll be turning about 70 degrees to the starboard, and we'll just kind of see how that works out. If it starts to get choppy, which I doubt it will, we can always turn back and get a little closer to the shore and then try it again. So that's what we're planning to do. We've entered it into the systems here and cross-checked our route, and we're going to do it. So that's what you do on the crossing, particularly when it's this nice out here. It is. This is what, 10 times better than the last time. We were just getting kicked around on our gold loop, and it's beautiful out here.
Our first loop was horrible. There's a part in that video where we said we've been doing this 3 hours, and I said it seems like 4 days. Well, we have had nothing but a smooth ride so far.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to continue to be a smooth ride. We've looked at the various apps and don't see anything coming in. So I think we picked a good night to do it, and we'll report back to you in a couple hours. See how it's going.
Okay.
Well, an update from the bridge. Here we're 9 hours. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. 9 hours into our overnight crossing, and you can see we have lights on, so I've just killed my night vision that I have, but we got to get a report to you. So there is, it's been nothing less than a foot, just gentle swells. Every once in a while we'll get knocked around a little bit, but boy, this is pretty good. We are in 82 feet of water, and off to my left, to the east, is a shelf out there that will really bring the depth up to about 45, 48, and so we're trying to avoid that because it's still dark and there could be crab pots out there, who knows. So we decided to deviate from the course, and we will have daylight here probably in about right around 5 hours. And at that point, we can make a decision which way we're going to go in to the intracoastal waterway, whether we're going to go into the north entrance of Anclote Island or the south entrance of Anclote Island. And we'll be able to see the crab pots, and we'll show you the crab pots as well. So, Rev has been serving all kinds of little snacks here to keep me awake, as well as some energy drinks. And been doing just great up here. We're keeping an eye on the boat, the oil pressure, the water temperature, the electrics, everything's looking good. We're doing checks and writing things down. And she's got a timer to remind me to do that once in a while. Where do you got that little strobe light on that for?
Well,
what do you want to say for yourself?
Okay, so here I am, and still, I tried to take a nap, but it's hard because the boat swings around sometimes. But this trip is pretty much, I wouldn't say the opposite. I mean, this is, but it's nothing like that first trip where we got knocked around. So much better. And it's a difference, like doing it like three weeks earlier in the season. Yes. Yeah. So our advice: go in November. get a day where it's flat.
Yeah. And you really can't go too early in November because most likely you're going to be north of 32 degrees, which is around Demopolis, because of hurricane season. Even if you don't have an insurance policy like that, and some of them have restricted at 31, so who knows. You don't want to come down that far anyway, I mean, because the weather could be bad. So what am I trying to say?
I have no idea.
I
I think you need an energy drink now. All right, we'll talk to you later.
No. What I wanted to say is, so you're going to be heading down and
you need a mental break.
Mobile, and then you're going to be at least 6-7 days to get over to Carrabelle. So really, you probably realistically couldn't cross until November 10th anyway, unless you're really going to take a chance with the weather and the hurricane season. So anyway, that's my take.
Is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk.
And the other thing is that you have more daylight hours in November than you do in December. So.
How are you so chatty at what? Almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's coming up on 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
It's worse than I thought.
Yeah. Well, 14 hours after we left Carabelle, here we are. I'm as fresh as a daisy. Had a couple energy drinks and a lot of stuff. I'm doing well here. So we are in about 75 feet of water. There's no crab pots out here. So we have successfully completed that part of it. We're going to be turning to probably about 25 degrees to the port here and joining a track direct to Green 1, which will put us into the south entrance to Antcloud Key. And from there we'll be making our way to a Marker One Marina, where we don't have a slip or a wall or anything yet, but hopefully we will once we get there. Two boats behind us have reservations and they think that there's room there, so we are going to do that. One of the things that when you do the crossing, you want to make sure that you arrive at daylight outside of the crab pots and also late enough so that the sun, when the sun comes up, you're not right into the sun. Now today, we've kind of lucked out because there is an overcast out there and we are probably not going to see the sun. It's not going to be that bright, that's for sure, and we're probably still an hour away from picking up any crab pots. So we did great. It was a superb crossing.
We're not done yet. Why are you acting like it's over?
Well, we're not done, but as far as the nighttime and
yeah.
you know, I think 1 foot swells here, really no waves. It's a little choppy and fishtail on the boat here, but we're gonna actually take some of that out of it right now and turn a little bit and see what happens to the boat. It may straighten up a little bit. So that's how you do the crossing. You look at various weather apps, pick a window and go for it. If you have a fast boat and you have flat seas and you can get across it during the daytime, you have enough daylight hours, you do it. If you don't, then you go at night and just take it slow and enjoy the crossing. So Rev, how was the crossing for you? This crossing compared to last crossing, why don't you tell the people how this was?
Well, I got to sleep on this one, so this one was a whole lot better. But the waves, no waves, just like he said, swells. It makes a huge difference. And we could always see the moon, and the visibility was such when it was dark that it was pretty illuminated, and that was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I think this has been good so far. Let's keep it up.
Yeah. So we'll look for the first crab pots. Rev is rested, and she's going to be on crab pot watch here as we get into shallower water.
It's a little game I like to play.
Now underway, some, I think, 17 hours into the mission here. Rev loves it when I say the mission. However, now the mission is looking for crab pots, and so I believe that we will have minimal crab pots based on the route that we're taking. Right now we're in 50 feet of water, and I've looked out with the binoculars. I don't see any fields yet. They are in a line usually, so if anything, it's probably going to be another 5 miles till we get to a like 35 feet, 38 feet. There's a shelf in there, so who knows. We'll see what happens. Can't predict. And that's kind of the nature of the loop.
We have been dodging crab pots. Huh, Sam?
Yeah.
The crab pots in this area are in a line, as opposed to just randomly placed pots out there. And we're looking for usually a ball buoy, different colors, and they'll be strung out in a line. Now they are not connected under the water, so if you find one, look, turn your head and look to find the other one so you can make sure that you go straight through the line of crab pots and they don't get tangled up into your prop, because that would be really bad. Right, Sam?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Go.
They're spaced well enough apart that you can get between them. You just have to see them far enough ahead, and right now we're getting a pretty good swing with the following seas here, pushing our stern around, so we're able to see them far enough ahead to be able to maneuver.
There's one.
There's one there. Yeah,
there.
One there.
So I'm gonna look
for the other one
and see the line.
To my port.
Because sometimes they're in a diagonal line. Yeah, they are, this one is. So it's further up there. You see that one right ahead?
I'm going to stay on
it's green and white, and then another one is right over there.
Yeah.
Go a little to the
right.
Yeah. To get between those. Yeah, and so that's how they are. They're just placed
Where's the other
strange.
One? Okay, okay, I'm gonna come back.
There's another line of green and white straight down there.
Right.
So as I was telling you about the crab pots out there, Sam was radioing the other 2 boats that we're going through with to alert them of the crab pots that we are seeing. So they are following behind us. That just gives them a heads up to look for the line of crab pots.
We are here at Marker One Marina. It's windy. There's current with the tide. We got in 20 hours. And a little bit longer than last loop, but we got a little bit further. And we went and we did a little deviation at the beginning to try to get the best ride. And overall, I think the ride was pretty darn good. It was just the last, I think, 3 hours of that nasty, you know, quartering seas that were on there pushing the boat around and then dodging crab pots. But we are here, and we are thankful.
Marker One Marina, very nice facility, really great shower, which is what you need after making that crossing. Here it is, Thanksgiving, and whenever you are on the loop and you really holidays come, sometimes we fly home, but sometimes we're not ready. So we have holidays, we celebrate holidays wherever we are. I know last time through we celebrated Christmas on board. We decorated for Christmas just like we do at home. But today is Thanksgiving, and we are fortunate enough to include our fellow boating friends. We are tied to these people for life because we conquered the crossing together. This is the way we celebrate Thanksgiving at home. Sammy?
Yes.
Stand over there by your...
Bloody Mary.
Yeah. We start out with Bloody Marys.
And we did what we could. You know, in the words of Clint Eastwood in Heartbreak Ridge, you improvise, you overcome, and adapt. And that's what we did. As we all pulled together, we got everything, and this is one of the best Thanksgivings I've ever seen. And it's just great to have Charlie and Elaine with Knotty dogs, and John and Maureen and Happy Days.
Yes.
And so we are here and just very thankful to be where we are.
Yes, we are. And the group effort brought us Elaine's famous deviled eggs. And is this your famous monkey bread?
It will be.
Okay. Now it's Charlie's famous monkey bread. I found a packet of pumpkin spice dip, and so, hey, thought I'd throw that in there. But we are just going to enjoy the day and be thankful because we have so very much to be thankful for.
We absolutely do.
Here.
Here, here.
Here, here.
Oh yeah, Bloody Mary's in the
Cheers.
air.